Greetings and good morning, everybody. We almost didn't have sound. I unboomered this morning. So welcome to a marvelous Monday. Oyos, all my boyos, and the rest of it. It's a good week, Culturians, as I get to drive into every single day of this week being some kind of medical treatment or experiment, or this morning they took my blood already. I've got more stuff coming up. It's going to be an adventure, and I'm looking forward to it. At least we'll have some answers at the end. I want to say thank you to those of you who have used the P.O. box. I have a couple of items here next to me that came via the P.O. box. So for those of you out there that are interested, I keep forgetting to do this, but I need to update the channel and the descriptions with the complete P.O. box for all of you. And for those of you who've sent things, I just want to say thank you, because I've received them and you're great. We're going to open up a couple of things today, a Christmas card, it looks like, and a box that's priority mail. Let's see. We got a lot more things out there to talk about. Some tragedy in Hollywood in the same Brentwood neighborhood as Bob Iger and James Woods. Carl Reiner's son, Rob Reiner, who is also a film and television star, was eliminated via knife. He and his wife, Michelle. We'll get into that story, but it's pretty tragic and pretty awful. We've got much more to cover. In fact, I think we've got 17 stories in all, including a bear one at the end. Hopefully I'm able to cure whatever it is causing this regular cough of mine. And part of that could be a change in medication. So that'll be a lot of fun. For those of you who are just showing up, I appreciate each and every one of you. I saw Libby Priest dropped in. We've got all our great mods here. Of course, Jill is out there working hard along with Ms. Pick Cafe. We've got a visit from our friend 11 Alpha. Thanks for being here, my friend. Good to see you. And we've got Morgan King out there, the warlord. Morgan King in this case. Cash Caster, the Schmokin' Man, is out there along with SFX of 314, Saber Tooth Raptor. Brian the Mac, Return of the Mac. Good to see you. Hello. And our friend Barry the Music Man dropping a $2 super duper chat to say, good morning, Culture Crew. R.I.P. Rob Reiner. Yeah. Crazy stuff. And we'll get into that, I promise. It'll be here. Frank's here. What's up, Frank? Good to see you. And of course, a lovely giftie from our good friend, Ruby Hoove. Thank you, dear. Much appreciated. Merry Christmas, everyone. You betcha. Charlie King, double feet, indeed. Double features, I should say. Let's go. We got LAPD investigating the deaths of Rob Reiner and Michelle Reiner. No suspect was identified at the time that this story broke last night, 9:23 p.m. Discovered by their daughter. And, well, there's an alleged perpetrator. We'll get into that in just a moment. But he was mourned and talked about by all of Hollywood already last night, going into this morning, and earlier this morning. It's all everybody in the trades was writing about. The A-list came out, talked about losing one of the few good ones. Well, they agreed with his politics. I don't agree with his politics, but I think he was a talented creator, and nobody deserves what happened to him and his wife. I'll just say, he made some classic films that everybody loves, including When Harry Met Sally and some others. And if you liked A Few Good Men, it was because of this man. And when they say one of the last few good men, that's why. That's why it was phrased that way. But People has a different story, saying that Rob Reiner and his wife were unalived by their son, They claim to have multiple sources. This story broke at about 12:31 a.m. You're not going to find this in a lot of outlets as of yet, but Nick is being or was being questioned by police in the wee small hours of the morning. This one has already 862 comments, and unfortunately, they were driven a lot by politics, which I think is not how this man should be defined. He should be defined by his creations, the things that he made. And the things that he created, in my opinion, were great. He was honored by a great many from across the globe, whether it be guest or, Monty Python creators. He was the reason that we had the level of humor that we did at various points when we absolutely needed it, including The Princess Bride. But authorities responded to a call around 3:30 p.m. and discovered that they were no longer with us. And multiple people are telling them that the person responsible was their son, their drug-troubled son, Nick. Don't know if that's 100% true, but this is what people broke as a matter of news yesterday afternoon. We've got lots of people talking about this particular situation over on Hollywood Reporter. I guess that Rob and Michelle were part of a film called Being Charlie, which premiered in 2015, kind of giving a unexpected roadmap of the family's dynamics, including their son's troubled past. Nick was in and out of rehab more than 24 times. That's an awful lot, but a very troubling past indeed. Lots of people speaking positively. Jamie Lee Curtis, This is Spinal Tap's Christopher Guest, many, many others. We've lost some great friends, according to these legends of Hollywood. We have positive news in the box office side with Zootopia 2 popping back up to number 1 because there wasn't anything new worth following, especially Disney's new movie coming out of 20th Century, Ella McKay. One of the worst debuts ever for Disney, maybe the worst. 2 million when they expected 4. Absolutely wild. China box office is over 500 million. That's good, I guess. Over 1.808 billion to date. A lot of that money is going to stay in China, which is one of the unfortunate circumstances of China bucks. We got CNN being battled over as part of the Crapco, which are all the channels that, well, aren't part of the larger IP factory that is Warner Brothers, and the fact that, they're arguing about what those prices are or what the value is. Roomba Make Your iRobot, speaking of value, is got little and is headed into bankruptcy and will emerge underneath private ownership. We've got U.S. stocks higher, probably as a result of, not George Clooney saying he's not kissing ladies anymore, but in honor of his wife, but probably because of the stuff that was on by the Fed last week, which we'll get to. Interstellar Comet is close, but no cigar. No close encounter with that. In fact, it gets closer to Jupiter than it did to this planet. Decent chance that it's going to leave the solar system and just leave us a nice trail and tail to talk about. Farmers and politics are threatened to put the EU's free trade deal on ice with South America. I imagine that's happening soon. We've also got the Louvre workers voting to strike, giving the museum more things to worry about, not just theft because of their DEI. And finally, Spain fines Airbnb about $75 million for unlicensed rentals because they want their cut of the tax bucks. You got problems with commercial driver's licenses for immigrants in 8 states so far. More on the way. And finally, 2 bears, Andean bears, decide to have a little bit of a moment playing with a log and a tree, and that was that. Kind of fun things happening at the New York Zoo, and the Andean bears are very human-like. And interestingly enough, no snow on the ground at the zoo right now, which I think is strange. Anyway, That's it for today. Welcome to the 6 Minute Daily. And I hope everybody has an extraordinary one. We've got Razorburn out there. It's great to see you, my friend, and many others. For those of you saying Merry Christmas to you. I hope that all your holiday dreams come true. And I hope that your family is well and with us. Got so many more things going on right now. Um, for just in case, happy birthday to my mom if she happens to be watching. And let's see what else is happening out there. Um, and we've got our friend Commander Ed Straker of Shadow. Happy birthday to you. Carl's in the house. R.I.P. Rob Reiner. That's right. Carl Reiner as well. That was a little while ago. But yeah, this is not a great day. A little bit more, if you can call it this. The show today was a little more sedate because I think it's terribly bad that we lost such a talented creator. And again, you don't have to agree with his politics. I certainly didn't. I found most of what he thought foul. I just thought he was an incredibly talented individual who's worthy of the praise that I've been giving him. He is responsible for three movies that I absolutely love. And I think it's terrible if what is being reported is true, um, that it was a family member who created the situation and circumstances that we find ourselves in this morning. Quite a tragedy in multiple ways. For those of you live on the stream right now, let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a breakout story on the Rob Reiner unaliving and everything else. If the news breaks further, I may go live again today to talk about it. I guarantee you that that will be substance for the vast majority of shows on YouTube lives today that are dealing with pop culture and entertainment. We've got Midnight's Edge in the morning live right now, which you can go and check out immediately after the show, if you choose to. And then many more shows that will happen throughout the day. Another upcoming show, of course, in about an hour is our friends over at That Park Place. That Park Place Live. We'll be talking about Disney World costs skyrocketing, um, and it's cheaper to fly to Tokyo Disney and experience the wonders that are there than it is to do a Disney World vacation. Just consider that a whole new culture, experience, and world, a whole new country, and more to sing about upon your return. Probably more wonderful pictures, experiences, and things like capsule hotels. You'll experience their train system, which is glorious, magnificent, and wonderful. I think you'll enjoy hotel stays there as well. And I'm not going to continue to pump up Tokyo Disney, but I should because the two parks there are extraordinary and worth your time and your money, which would be less than going to Disney World. You actually could go to Euro Disney or what they call it, Paris Disney, I believe, for less money right now, which is insane. Let's see. We got Ruby Hoove dropping another $2 to say, have a great day. Stay warm. Well, thank you for that. I actually have a heater on right now. I'm surprised most people aren't hearing it. I did drop a video this morning talking about the box office performance for Disney, one that did well and one that's terrible. That film that I mentioned, oh gosh, what was it? Uh, Ella McKay, complete garbage. Just a trash film. They try to defend it with the fact that it's a mid-budget $40-50 million spend, not including marketing. But and comparing that to the 200 million that Disney usually spends. And to me, it doesn't matter how much you spend on a film. It's whether or not it's good. You could shoot a film in a diner. You could shoot an incredible film in a diner and never leave one set location and still probably have something of greater quality than what Disney's putting out right now, especially since it was politically driven, which again is a big fall down in films. at the moment. Um, yeah, and in RCD, I think that's ultimately going to come out. Um, I believe parents in the end want to see the last thing that they see, if not the love of their life, their partner. Uh, Oftentimes, the last thing that they will want to see probably is their children and their grandchildren. Um, and I hate to think of what happened um, in this situation. Pretty tragic. Cynthia Carter says the obvious, and with South Park inflection, drugs are bad. Okay. There's nothing good about them. Yeah. Some of the comments and people were things that set me aback. Probably you would as well. One of those comments in the people comment section for that story was that you can use drugs like an adult. What? No. Um, there's a conversation to be had about prescription medications and things like that, but all you have to do is drive around in California right now, see the fentanyl fold, and recognize that there's no there's no real good use case for that anywhere. It's just a destroyer of lives and society, and it does both at the same time. Um, it's such a tragedy, and this was a tragedy. Um, and Cynthia's right. Don't tell people just what they want to hear, because reinforcing bad behavior is a bad thing. Reinforcing a worldview that's destructive, not only to themselves but to others. That's not good. It's awful. Message from our friend Daniel Alpine. It's good to see you, buddy. He says a YouTuber named Zach Wolf did research on the Netflix is now open to traditional theatrical releases, and Warner Brothers is their way into it. I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt. I'm not. I'll check out the video by Zach Wolf, but I'm going to tell you every single statement and all pieces of evidence to the contrary is that they just they don't want to be invested in that, and I don't think they're going to change anytime soon. I am I'm admiring you having the benefit of the doubt, but I think that with Paramount acquiring, in this case, I guess Skydance acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery, um, you'll have a broader bandwidth for releases into theaters. And that's something we've been lacking for quite some time. If you take a look at, well, the number of films released, widely released. Again, when I say wide, I'm talking about, several thousand theaters. But films in wide release, we are way less than we should be. We should have 30 films in the widest possible release simultaneously, because we have multiplexes and cinema complexes that have multiple theaters that can host these. Um, Theaters that hold 50, 60 people minimum, many of them holding hundreds of people. Especially when you start to get into the larger format stuff like IMAX, and some of the more expensive stuff that the premium large format stuff that is like D box and um, the 4D films and things like that. Um, so, I mean, my opinion is more things, not less things. And it's me and my monkey. Great to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see who else we got. Fire Chief out there. President accounted for. Indeed. Bear with us, says Snortopoopas Cuber. You betcha. And today, Microphone's still working. So congratulations to us. Sneezing my darn head off, says Barry the Music Man. Hey, I'm with you right now. A combination of medications and the time of year, because I was actively in the greenhouse for a lot yesterday and will be again this afternoon because I've got to fertilize a whole lot of plants. It's going to be interesting. Oh, by the way, this is the this is the phlebotomist mark from this morning. So there's that. Razorburns like culture, you're frozen. Uh-oh. Is that true? I don't know what's going on. There's zero reason for that. We can well, let's reboot. Let's reboot. I hope you're hearing me at least. But I'm back. Wake Up Dead Man. Yeah, that broke this weekend, I think, over on Netflix. Never made it to the theater near me. No, I don't think it made it to a lot of theaters, but I saw it. I saw it. My picture is frozen, but you guys can hear me. That's all right. So it was frozen for 5 minutes. I just rebooted the screen, Texas. Hopefully that helped. Culture is back. Culture is back. It's good to see you all. I'm going to try to figure out what it is that's been causing all these hiccups. There's zero reason for it. And I'm going to start prioritizing things. Oh no, frozen again. Of course. We'll try it one more time. There's no reason for the freezing, so we're going to have to try to figure that out. But we're going to have to cut the show, excuse me, the show short today. You're going to automatically, from the YouTube side, be magically redirected to That Park Place Live, which starts in just under an hour. And if you want, Midnight's Edge in the Morning is still live, as far as I know. The cold always bothers me anyway. There you go. So say hi to Tom and the kids over there if you do make it your way over there. Yep, you can definitely DIY That Park Place, says Ms. Pitt Cafe. But she can send you over to, on the green machine, can send you over to Midnight's Edge in the Morning. And you guys, if you can help Tom in any way, commentary on X, that would be good. Let YouTube support know that it's a little frustrating to lose that. And on that note, let's get out of here. I just want to say thanks to all of you. And for the wonderful human being that sent me the Christmas card and the box, I'm gonna open that in its own little video for all of y'all. On that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, here's a little bear dancing. Tony Piacente with the 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you, my friend. Have an incredible Monday.